YouTube. Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. We're going to talk about no Jalen Johnson, no problem. They beat the Golden State Warriors, the Hawks did, 126 to 110. Orlando wins the season series. They only play them twice a season. They beat them both times this year. They won't see them into next year in the regular season. Hawks go to 39 and 32 and 20 and 16 at home. The Warriors go to 33 and 38, 14 and 23 on the road. 35 to 36, the Warriors won the first quarter, but they lost the second quarter 28 to 25. They lost the game in the third quarter because they lost it 39 to 20, although they did win the fourth quarter 29 to 24. Draymond Green, 26 minutes, 13 points. He went 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He was really strategic of how he was trying to play the game and how he was trying to implement himself in the game. Kept the ball moving, hit the wide open shots, took high percentage shots. Some he missed, some he didn't. He had 6 rebounds, 4 assists. You know he's a team player. He also had 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, and was a minus 21 and plus minus. Santos, 24 minutes. He ended up going 2 of 4 from the free throw line to get 2 points. And then he went 0 of 2 from the field. He had 2 rebounds and 6 assists. That was the most on the team. He also had 4 turnovers and 2 steals and 2 personal fouls and a minus 29. He did a lot of other things for you, although he didn't score that much. At least he tried to play some winning type of basketball when he was out there. Quinn Post played 14 minutes. He was able to go 2 of 5 from 3 and get a finish around the rim. He finished 3 of 6, though, from the field since he missed a couple threes. And then, obviously, he ended up missing a 2. Then he had 3 rebounds, assists, and a turnover and a block. 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a minus 1 in plus minus. DeAnthony Melton, 22 minutes, 20 points. The 20 points ended up being the most on the team. He went 7 of 15 from the field and 2 of 7 from 3 and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Good scoring from him. Pull-ups, took some good looks from 3, kept the ball moving when he could, and he's just trying to attack off the dribble and try to hit some open shots. That's the best that he can give you. You should be happy that he can give you 20 points in 22 minutes because a lot of players can't. He did have 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, and a steal. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and was a minus 17 in plus minus. Brandon Przemski, 24 minutes. He had 5 points. He didn't really do much. If he has a bad night and the other starters don't have a great night, you're going to lose that game no matter who you're playing against. He went 2 of 6 from the field and 0 of 4 from 3 and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He did have 3 turnovers also, and he had 1 assist. He just had an off night in this one. No personal fouls and a minus 20 in plus minus. Leon's played 9 minutes. He had 2 points. He ended up scoring a shot at the rim and missed 1 too. He had 1 rebound, no turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. 2 steals was the most off the bench. And he ended up tying Santos for the most in the game for the Warriors. He did have 1 offensive board, which was his only rebound. No personal fouls, and was a plus 7 and plus minus. Umir, 15 minutes. He ended up going 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He missed his only shot from 2, and then he missed his wide open 3. He had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and a steal. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and was a plus 4 and plus minus. Nate Williams, 29 minutes. He had 19 points. He went 8 of 9 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, and he was a plus 1 and plus minus. He had really, really good looks, and he just took his time to get open. He took his time to get it to go down whenever he got the ball, and that's all you can really want from a role player. LJ Cryer went 4 of 9 from 3. He's mainly out there for that reason besides defending his position, and that was what he could give him. And then he finished 4 of 11 from the field because he couldn't make no shots that wasn't threes, even though he also missed 5 threes. He did have 2 rebounds and 2 turnovers. He also had 3 personal fouls. That's a lot. And 19 minutes, he was a plus 6 and plus minus. Pat Spencer, 26 minutes, 18 points. He ended up having the most points off the bench. He went 8 of 14 from the field, 2 of 4 from three, 3 assists. That ended up being the most off the bench. He had 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, and was a +2 and plus minus. He just kept attacking the basket. He did a good job of finishing, a good job of getting his first step so he can get a good angle at the basket to be able to get it off cleanly to get the shot to go. Other than that, Will Richard tried to do the same. He went 4 of 7 from the field. Good looks is all he was really taking. Although he did miss 3 threes, he was able to make one. So he finished 1 of 4 from three, 4 of 7 from the field. He did get 5 boards. That was the most off the bench. He also got 1 assist, 3 turnovers. That ended up being the most off of the bench in the steal. 2 offensive rebounds for Will Richard. He also had 4 personal fouls and a -12. And plus minus is what he finished the game with. The Hawks got 6 points for Okongwu. Like I said, he got an increased role. He just hasn't been playing as well because he went 3 of 7 from the field and went 0 of 3 from the 3-point line. He did get 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, and a block. So he was still giving you effort. He was still giving you good flow, and he didn't really interfere with it besides missing shots. He did have 3 rebounds. That was offensive out of the 5, and the personal foul was a +32 and plus minus. Muhammad, he was open basically the entire game. He was able to get some good finishes. He was able to get some good wide open threes. The best part is he was able to make them going 4 of 4 from 3 and 6 of 6 from the field. He got 16 points. Not only that, he got 10 boards, which is a double-double. He also had 3 blocks. A lot of them wasn't the normal blocks. It was just guys just not trying hard enough to score it and thinking he just gonna let them get an easy shot. So he said, I'm just gonna go for the block, and he was able to get it. He also only had 1 personal foul, 1 offensive board out of the 10, and he also was a +22 and plus minus. CJ McCollum played 29 minutes. He ended up getting 23 points. He ended up hitting the mid range. He ended up using his handles to get in that in between game from the lane to the free throw line. So he finished 10 of 16 from the field. The jump shot was really working for him besides from 3, where he went 1 of 5. He also went 2 of 4 from the free throw line. So it was going enough to where he was able to do some damage to the Warriors defense. He did get 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 turnovers. He also got a personal foul and was a +30 and plus minus. Nikhil was taking some tough ones. He finished 2 of 6 from 3 and 4 of 9 from the field for 17 points. He went 7 of 7 from the free throw line, so that was good. He also had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and a turnover. He also got 2 steals and 3 personal fouls and was a +24 and plus minus. And Dyson Daniels, he got off to a really, really good start, and he was able to keep it going through the rest of the game. He took the most shots on the team, and that's something you don't see all the time. But the Warriors were saying, if you ain't going to score, we're just going to leave you hanging. He said, I got to drive a little bit more. I got to be more aggressive mentality-wise. And it worked out because he only missed 5 shots in this one. He had game high for the Hawks, and he also went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So he had a lot of chances to do some things. He had a lot of lanes and angles that he could take to score. You just want to see him do it more, even if Jalen Johnson is in the lineup. He had 7 rebounds and 6 assists, and he also had 4 steals. This looked like vintage Dyson Daniels, and we only seen 1 year of it. And he's starting to get it back going, and hopefully he can continue it in the playoffs because they're going to need as much play from everybody as they can get because they're going to have a tough first-round matchup. We don't know who it's going to be, but it ain't going to be easy. 1 turnover, 2 offensive rebounds, no personal fouls, and a +35 and plus minus. Corey Kispert was driving to the basket again. They keep finding ways to run some good plays for him to get good chances to get all the way there. He went 4 of 7 from the field. He missed his only 3. He had 8 points. He did have 4 assists and 3 rebounds and 2 turnovers, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a -10 and plus minus. Jonathan Kuminga played 22 minutes, but he only had 2 points, mainly because he went 1 of 9 from the field, and then he also went 0 of 3 from the 3-point line. So he has some games that show you I can really play, and then he has a lot of games that shows you he needs a lot more work on his skills and a lot more work on his scoring, because it's not always there when you need it to be. Luckily, everybody else really had a good game, and he didn't really have to have one since they won anyway. He did have 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 turnovers. He also had 1 steal, 3 personal fouls. It was a -6 and plus minus. Zachary Richard, he was having fun. He ended up getting a nice dunk in this one. in transition. He also was able to hit the wide open threes. He also was fearless and tried to drive as much as he could. He went 3 of 4 from the 3-point line, 5 of 6 from the field. His only miss was a three. Then he also missed a free throw, but he still finished 4 or 5 from the free throw line. That's really good. He had 2 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a minus 21 and plus minus. Jack Landale, 19 minutes, 7 points. He went 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover. He had 3 steals. That was the most off the bench. You don't see him doing that every day. But they was trying him, and he was able to make a good decision to try to make it difficult, and it ended up being a turnover for them. He also had 2 personal fouls. It was a minus 7 and plus minus. Buddy Hield, he was shooting them threes. He couldn't make any tonight, even if they was open. He only played 4 minutes. He had 3 rebounds and 2 turnovers also. He had no personal fouls, though. It was a minus 7 and plus minus. And then Gabe Vincent, 13 minutes. He had 2 points. He ended up going 0 of 2 from 3, although they was open. He couldn't make them either. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line, so that prevented him from going scoreless. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, and a turnover. He also had a personal foul and was a minus 12 and plus minus. Atlanta Hawks shot 54% from the field. The Warriors shot 50%, and then 32% from 3 for the Hawks. 36% is what the Warriors shot. That kept it interesting throughout the game sometimes. Then it started getting away from them. 85% from the free throw line for the Hawks, and then 76 from the free throw line for the Warriors. 41 rebounds for the Hawks really helped them win this one. 29 for the Warriors. 28 assists for the Hawks. 23 for the Warriors. 18 turnovers for the Hawks. 21 for the Warriors. And then 10 steals for the Hawks. 9 for the Warriors. 4 blocks for the Hawks. 2 for the Warriors. 9 offensive rebounds for the Hawks. 8 for the Warriors. 32 defensive rebounds for the Hawks, 21 for the Warriors, and then 17 personal fouls for the Hawks, 21 for the Warriors. And the Hawks got off to a good start, and then they got off to a better one. And then when that third quarter hit, the game was basically theirs for the taking. They took it, they got it, and they was able to finish off the game with the win. And it was a win that they still do need, because they still don't know where they're going to finish at. But winning do help you finish in a better space, in a better area, in a better round, possibly. You don't really know yet, because other teams have been doing their job winning too. But you still got to play to win for that reason. Like I said, the playoffs is tough. You're going against the best teams in the league. You don't want to be in the play-in if you can avoid it. That's why they needed this win. But you also look at it and say, I'd rather be 6th than 7th or 8th or 9th or 10th. So although they rested Jalen Johnson, they still felt like they had enough to still beat the Warriors, and they still play hard enough, and they still did enough to make sure that they did. And that's what they have to do as professional basketball players. They came out and played. They gave it a really good shot, and it was finally able to get that distance and that separation to be able to get a good win over a good coached and well-disciplined sometimes Golden State Warriors. And this was still a good game. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today. Hopefully more analysis.